Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Video Game Easter Eggs and Hidden Details, the series where I share some of the best Easter eggs and details found in video games, with the only rule being they cannot have featured on this channel before. Basically, if you want new Easter eggs delivered to your subscription feed every single week, or at least every week that YouTube is working properly, then make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Now, do you remember the time that Fortnite punished players for emoting by launching them off a cliff? I mean, even if you don't, I remember it and I thought it was really funny.
I'm a savage. Yeah. Classic.
Now, the reason I bring this up is because in the latest Fortnite season, you can find another sign telling you not to do something. Wonky Land is a theme park full of roller coasters, food stands, and wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. But there is also this patch of grass, with a very clear warning to keep off it. Now, for a lot of Fortnite players, not touching grass is easy, so this shouldn't be a problem. But in the interest of science, let's step on the grass and see what happens.
Nice.
So if you step on the grass, you're killed, but it's not immediately clear what by. Well, if we use Fortnite's super handy replay mode, we can discover that the punishment for stepping on the grass was having a piano dropped on your head. And personally, I think this is brilliant. Now, over the past weekend, Peak held its very first concert starring Canadian rapper BB No Money. Despite not being familiar with Mr. No Money's songs, I always think this sort of thing is cool, especially if you're a fan of the person's music. Anyway, the BB No Money concert wasn't just a random celebrity tie-in. Okay, it was, but there is an in-universe explanation for it. This is Bing Bong, the Peak mascot, and you can ask Bing Bong a question and he will answer.
If you wanna.
Think of him as one of those old magic 8 balls that you used to see everywhere. Now, apparently Bing Bong is going through a divorce, and the BB No Money concert was meant to cheer him up. I wish I was making this up, but I promise you it's all true. Well, not only is Bing Bong going through a divorce, but things are about to get even worse. You see, you can actually cook Bing Bong, but before you start to worry, I'm pretty sure he can't feel pain. Or at least, I hope he can't. Anyway, here we have cooked Bing Bong, who sounds the same as regular Bing Bong. Next up is well done Bing Bong, who sounds much creepier.
Please don't. I'm not comfortable answering that. I'm not sure.
And finally, we have burnt Bing Bong, who sounds even worse. I mean, all that's happened here is the voice of Bing Bong has been slowed down, but for some reason, it sounds really creepy. Oh, and you can even cook Bing Bong again, turning him into incinerated Bing Bong, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back, as now he doesn't speak at all. Still, I'm sure it's nothing that a concert can't sort out. So I love it when games let you do something, but don't tell you how to do it. What I mean by that is, a game tells you to press a button, but there is another button that can be pressed which gives you a different result. The game just doesn't mention it. One such moment can be found in Wolfenstein 2. When visiting Papa Joe's diner, in the now German-controlled America, a guard walks in and orders a strawberry milkshake. After some small talk, the guard asks to see BJ's papers, and then begins to interrogate him on his documents. Before BJ's cover is blown, the guard is called elsewhere, but as he's leaving, he spots the wanted posters and realises who BJ is.
Mein Gott. Oh mein Gott, das bist du. Das bist du.
It's a really cool scene, but there is a way to stop the guard putting 2 and 2 together. When asked for your papers, if you press the melee button, this will happen instead.
Now you. Show me your identification papers. Please. Blazkowicz, shut the fucking front door!
So BJ will bonk the guard on the head with his trusty fire extinguisher. The only trouble is, this is actually an atomic bomb, so smacking someone over the head with it seems like a pretty risky move. Like I said, the game never tells you that this is an option, and even though Wolfenstein 2 came out 8 years ago, I'd be surprised if many people knew this was a thing. Now, I like to dabble in Call of Duty multiplayer. It's basically the fast food version of multiplayer gaming, but I usually steer well clear of Warzone as it seems to be full of the sweatiest players known to man. The only thing that could tempt me into Warzone is an Easter egg, and Well, here we are. If you go to Main Street on the Havens Hollow map, you can pick up a cowboy hat, a pair of cowboy boots, and a bandana. On the street itself is one of those photo board things, you know, the ones where you stick your face in the little hole? Well, if you stand behind this board after picking up the items, this will happen.
Enemy dropping into the AO. You've been tagged the most wanted degenerate around. Saddle up for what's next.
So, after having your photo taken, the game will be given a Wild West style filter, and you'll become wanted by the sheriff. That means you have to survive for 3 minutes whilst a fellow player hunts you down, with kills against other players reducing that time. After lasting for 3 minutes, which depending on your age can be pretty tough, you'll be given a special care package containing perks, guns, and other gear, along with a special emblem, which, if I'm honest, isn't very special. Now, this next Easter egg is from a mobile game that I'd never heard of before, but it was recommended by a subscriber, and if I'm being completely honest, I think it will look great in the thumbnail. In Lethal Love, you can find 5 notes at various different locations, and after picking up the 5th note, your normal looking schoolgirl, well, normal for the game anyway, will turn into this. I mean, you have to admit, this does look pretty cool. I don't know why the notes cause the character to transform, but if there's any Lethal Love experts out there, then feel free to let me know. Oh, and shout out to my daughter Amelia, who recorded this one for me. Now, one of my favourite things about the PlayStation 5 is the DualSense controller. Well, more specifically, the way that some games use it. Ride 4 is a motorbike racing game, and as someone who has no interest in motorbike racing, it's definitely one of the motorbike racing games of all time. More of a sim than an arcade racer, Ride 4 is for people who want the authentic bike racing experience, and that means that a lot of players will opt for manual transmission. Now, manual transmission is difficult for some people when driving at the speed limit in real life, so bombing around racetracks makes it doubly hard. But there is a way to know when you need to change gear. Here, take a look at the DualSense as I accelerate. So the lights on the DualSense will change as I increase in speed, eventually flashing red and white as the bike redlines, meaning it's time to change gear. I mean, I doubt that people will be taking their eyes off the road to watch their controller, but I still think it's a really nice touch. Now, if I was to say Desert Island in a video game, what Easter egg do you think you'll find? No, it's not the girl from Hades 2, get your mind out the gutter. You see, there is a desert island in the Rally Challenge expansion in Horizon 5, but there is no way to reach it. Well, no way to reach it on 4 wheels anyway. If we use the game's creation mode, we get access to a free cam, meaning we can fly to the island and see if it's really deserted. And I can confirm that it is, but that doesn't mean it always was. You see, on the beach we can find a life raft and a bunch of boxes. Oh, and of course our old friend Wilson from the Tom Hanks movie Castaway. Much like video game sewers either mean an IT or a TMNT Easter egg, a desert island, or in some cases even a beach, usually means a Castaway reference isn't far away. The other Horizon 5 Easter egg can be found at this location on the map. So this mural is a tribute to former Playground Games lead engineer Tom Galton, who sadly passed away in 2022. So Dispatch is my game of the year. Not only is the story great, which is kind of a big deal in a choose-your-own-adventure type game, but the actual dispatching you do is super addictive. Honestly, I'd play a whole game of just that. Anyway, the whole point of Dispatch is to help the Z-Team. That's your band of former villains climb the leaderboards to prove that they are more than just, well, villains. Every now and again, we get to take a look at the leaderboard, and it features the names of our band of misfits, just as you would expect. But it also features a certain Big Chungus. For those not familiar, Big Chungus is this guy. So quite what he has to offer the world of crime fighting, I don't know. Now, Dispatch is full of really awkward moments, and usually it's Robert who is caught in the middle of these situations. Well, every time something awkward happens to Robert, a certain person makes an appearance. For example, when Royd and Robert are in the toilet, this will happen.
You gonna wash before you do that?
Nah, bro, I never touch nothing. Just touch my pants and underwear only. Even for shake, I just do like this.
So as Royd is explaining that he doesn't have to hold it, and it is exactly what you think it is, this superhero walks in. When the Z team plays a prank on Robert by messing with his computer, the green guy is seen again. And finally, when Robert is walking through the changing rooms, the man gives him a nod. Okay, so that one isn't particularly awkward, but you get what I mean. Now, his appearances at the worst possible moment do make me wonder if that's his power. I mean, Embarrassment Man isn't a particularly catchy name, but who knows. The Final Dispatch Easter egg is my favourite of the bunch. Towards the end of the game, Toxic will ask Mecha Man for the Astral Pulse. And if you're feeling particularly brave, you can say this.
If you want it, come and claim it.
What a fucking dork.
Wait, why am I a dork?
Oh, you're telling me you're not referencing? Who says claim?
I do, motherfucker. I'm not referencing shit. That's a Mecha Man original.
So Toxic will call Robert a dork for referencing something, with the keyword that bothers Toxic being claim. But I genuinely don't think Robert knows what he's supposed to be referencing. Well, Toxic thinks that Robert is referencing this scene from The Lord of the Rings.
If you want him, come and claim him.
So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs, please consider subscribing. If you want to get yourself some gamer subs, use the QR code on screen or the link in the description, and make sure you use code CAP for 10% off. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.